Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am back. Today is June the 29th, 2022. We are going to talk about Sandbox today to see if a breakout has been confirmed. You guys can see over the last couple of trading days, the market in Sandbox has just been pretty much trading sideways. And now we are finally seeing the price break outside of that downtrend line, which is drawn on my chart. Could that insinuate that the market is about to move higher? We're going to talk about that today. So welcome everyone to my channel. This is HueFin, also known as HueFin. I'm here to show you all that you don't have to spend a whole bunch of time trying to do some research, trying to look at articles, trying to figure out what is the protocol, what is the milestone that these cryptocurrency projects are trying to achieve just to figure out whether or not the market is a buy. I come through and I pay attention to what the price chart is actually saying, because the price chart is the record of what everybody else has been doing. So if you guys want to join me, go ahead and hit that like button, share the video, also subscribe here to my channel, also tap the bell notification as well, because I want to make sure that you are aware as to where I think price is headed. All right, so let's go ahead and talk first about what happened to the price in Sandbox following my last price prediction, which was right there. You guys can see it was on May the 19th. So let's go ahead and zoom in on here, because I was playing the weakness in the market in Sandbox at that particular time. Based off all the information that I had at that moment, it looked as if the price in Sandbox was going to fall. And that is exactly what it did. You guys can see price actually fell into our price target area. But one thing that did not happen, the market did not go all the way down here to our support line. What does that mean? What do you think that means? Does it mean that the overall buying has increased and they actually stepped in around 80 cents in Sandbox? Yes, that's exactly what it means, because we can see it right here that the market buyers came into Sandbox right there, right around here, which is around 75, 80 cents. And that is when the market in Sandbox began to go up in price. So that is where the buyers came into the market. They did not go all the way down to where I originally intended of 60%, of 60 cents. Now that's right now. But I'm going to show you all the 3 months and the 6 months time frame. You'll begin to see that we may continue to fall down to 60 cents though. So let's go ahead and take this away. It's a pretty good call overall to see the market in Sandbox move down to 75, 80 cents. That's around 36.86% right here on June 18th. Before then, it's around 32.5%. So pretty good call. If you wasn't able to get out on those particular days, and today's day is the day that you wanted to get out, you'll still be in profit mode of 10.5%. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and get rid of that now. Okay, let's talk about this breakout. Is it confirmed? Because first thing I'm going to do, I wanted to show you all that the trend line, this downtrend line in Sandbox, is now broken. Price traded above that line now. So we should not be massively bullish in this space, only unless price does this. If the market in Sandbox does this, then we're definitely still trending down. It's still a weak market. The market's just utilizing this downtrend line on top rather than on bottom. Okay, so let me go ahead and extend out this line just a little bit lower, and I wanted to start out on the weekly chart in Sandbox, okay, because it cleans up the chart a little bit better. It minimizes a lot of the price bars to get a cleaner picture as to what the market price in Sandbox is really up to. So this is where the current area of support is for Sandbox. Okay, we got it. Now we can presume that as long as Sandbox price trades above this horizontal line, we can look for price to go up. And then when we see how the market last week was able to trade outside of this, it kind of resembles that. Yes, the market may try to support price around 75 cents. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this downtrend line, because I want us to focus in on the buyers maintaining price at 75 cents. This is what we want to see. Okay, the 2 weeks chart kind of shows the same thing. Nothing really to see there. Same thing on the 3 weeks. This is Sandbox on the 5-week chart, and this is where it's going to be important in the next month and 3 days. What we have last right here that the arrow's pointing down to is considered a probable precursor of strength, meaning that on this upcoming forming 5-week price bar, we want to see the market close higher, because if it does, then it definitely lets us know that 75 cents was the place that the buyers showed up. Okay, so we are in wait mode for that one. Look at this on the monthly chart. Okay, now this is it. Okay, let me show you all the 3 months chart, because I want to prepare you all what could be in store in the long term. This is it. We have 1 day and 14 hours left in Sandbox, and this is the current 3 months price bar. This is the action. This is where price has gone in Sandbox over the last 3 months. We were seeing the market in Sandbox trade as high as $3.75 all the way down to $1.05. Look at this on the 6 months. Look where we've been over the last 6 months. So the first half of 2022, Sandbox was trading literally around $6. Here it is today at $1.05. Amazing. So this is why I wanted to show you all, in the long term, the 3 months, the 6 months chart, we still need to be prepared that the market may fall in Sandbox, but eventually I do suspect that the market will find bottom. All right. So now let me hit this back over to the daily time frame, because you guys can see here on the 3-day chart, we're still seeing weakness. So this market in Sandbox is readily not available to break out right now. We're not seeing that confirmation on the 3-day chart. You guys can see right here on this last 3-day price bar, selling came in. That is why the market currently is going down now. Now, the good thing is that we would like to see, just like the buyers came in and bought this currency at 75 cents, we want them to do it again right around here. Okay, we want to see them do it again here around $1. So even though we're seeing a weakness now, even though Sandbox is dipping in price now, we need to see the buyers show up at $1, because if so, then this is just a support zone before the market in Sandbox continue to rise higher. Okay, so keep that in mind. The 2-day chart, again, we're still seeing weakness. I wanted us to see if the market in Sandbox is still in an upward trend, and so far it is. We got 13 hours and 23 minutes left on this current 2-day price bar, and that is weakness though. So we may actually see the price in Sandbox break that trend line. And if that happens, then just be prepared to see the market in Sandbox consolidate. Now, let me hit this over on the hourly time frame, because I really want to see how weak the market really is. This area right here is the cause to see why price is falling in Sandbox. Right here. Okay, so this was what, mid-May of last month, that the market in Sandbox was just consolidating. We was able to see the market come back up into that transactional area back in May, and it didn't have any impact. It immediately is selling off. Okay, so I want you all to be careful if you're looking for the price in Sandbox to move up. Okay, so we're really literally waiting to see if the market buyers are going to come in this space. Okay. So I'm looking around like 95 cents for that area of support into the market in Sandbox. No lower than 75 though. So let me go ahead and put this price target on. It is weak. I do acknowledge that the price currently is weak in this space, and you have to kind of go with what the market is offering to us. So if we were to look for weakness, that's like 24, almost 30% of the market falling back down to our area of support. Does that look logical? Does it look possible that the market in Sandbox could fall 28.5%? Because that is definitely some weakness here in Sandbox. Should we play the weakness or should we play the strength? Because as we saw these different time frames, we're not seeing a lot of strength in this space. We're not. Or should we wait to see if the buyers come in at $1.95? Because once we see that happen, then we know that it's a continuation of what occurred when the buyers came in around 75 cents. So how would you play this? What would you do? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna have to play the weakness because I'm looking at all of these time frames and I'm not seeing any indications that strength is here. Not yet. Now, the only thing that I would say that will play against my price prediction is us seeing the buyers come in around 95 cents to $1. That's the only thing that will go against this idea of us looking for Sandbox going down. So this may not be a long play, because I'm not looking for the market to fall too far anyway. I'm looking for it to try to come through and bounce around $1 again. Okay, so that still gives us around like 28% movement to the downside. Okay, now as long as the market in Sandbox continues to trade, well, I definitely like how price got rejected around $1.25. We're going to continue to look for the market to go lower. Now, this is going to be a very short play. This is not one of those long-term plays that you can sit on for the next 2 years, 5 years. No, I'm just looking for it to move a little bit lower, back down to $1. That will have to be our first price target. So let's not become greedy. The market finds buyers at $1, like I reiterated numerous times on this video. We need to take the profitability there. That gives us around 6%. Okay, that's my first price target. 4.5%. My second was around 95. That gives us 9.3%. Okay. Third area, it's going to be down here around 80 cents. That gives us 23.36% profitability overall. And that's about it. So I'm not looking for too much in terms of a breakout. I don't think a breakout has been confirmed just yet, and that the market is just going to continue to consolidate. Okay. This is what I'm seeing. This is my expectations. As always, it's your turn. You guys can let me know, what do you think? Go ahead and drop me a comment in the comment section and tell me. Make sure you maintain a profitability. And as always, trade different.